What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Tuesday, July 30th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay, guys, we have an exciting MLB slate tonight. Let's dive right into the pitcher position. I really like Michael Wacha tonight. He's pitching against the White Sox, the 29th worst batting team. Wacha is giving up a .169 batting average versus the White Sox, only giving up 13 hits on 77 pitches. Now, Wacha has a low .670 OPS overall, with a .674 OPS versus lefties and a .665 OPS versus righties, so he's pretty solid no matter who he faces. He's facing 3 lefties, 5 righties, and 1 switch hitter tonight. Wacha's coming off a strong game with 31 fantasy points 2 games ago and 29 fantasy points 3 games ago. He's only $8,700 on DraftKings. So I like Michael Wacha here versus the White Sox. All right, moving to the catcher position. Let's talk about Salvador Perez. Perez is up against a middle-of-the-pack pitcher from the White Sox. His dash rank is at a solid 100, and he's 2 for 5 against this pitcher, giving him a .400 batting average and an .800 OPS. Perez is batting a .276 average this season with 19 home runs. He's averaging 7 fantasy points per game and scored 8 points in his last game. With a 15% ownership, he's a solid choice, and he's $4,800 on DraftKings. So, I like Salvador Perez here versus the White Sox. Okay, let's look at the second base position. I really like Keston Marte tonight. He's facing the Nationals, who have a middle-of-the-pack pitching team. Marte has been a standout, averaging 9 fantasy points per game this season and scored 24 points last game and 22 points 3 games ago. He has a .884 OPS versus lefties and a .417 batting average with 2 home runs against this pitcher. He's $5,500 on DraftKings. So I like Keston Marte here versus the Washington Nationals. Next, let's talk about the third base. Royce Lewis from the Twins looks promising. He has an average of 10 fantasy points per game and scored 21 fantasy points 2 games ago. He's batting a .287 average with 11 home runs this season. Though he's facing a tough team in the Mets, he has a high 26% pitching advantage. Lewis is up against a lefty, and he has a .787 OPS versus lefties. He's $5,200 on DraftKings. So I like Royce Lewis here versus the Mets. Let's shift to the shortstop position. Whit Jr. is my pick for tonight. Facing the White Sox, Whit has a fantastic .347 batting average, and he scored 33 points last game and 7 points 3 games ago. He's batting .600 against his current pitcher with 3 hits on 5 at-bats. He's also in the home run derby, so his confidence should be high. He's $6,400 on DraftKings and has a 21% ownership. So I like Whit Jr. here versus the White Sox. Now for the outfield position, Victor Robles from the Mariners catches my eye. Robles is batting a .295 average this season and has a massive 1,500% total advantage against Boston's lefty pitcher. He's 1 for 1 against this pitcher and has been solid. With 10 and 11 points in his last 3 games, he's $3,300 on DraftKings. So, I like Victor Robles here versus the Red Sox. Before I continue with the picks, remember you can try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself by clicking the link in the description of this video. Okay, back to the picks. For value at the pitcher position, check out David Festa. He has a modest 9 fantasy points per game, an ERA of 8.16, and pitches an average of 77 pitches per game. Though he's facing a tough Mets batting team, he recently scored 18 fantasy points last game. Priced at $6,000, he could be a good budget option. For value at catcher, Shawn Murphy from the Braves, priced at $3,100, offers an excellent option. He's hitting .210 with 6 homers. Shawn Murphy scored 14 points last game, with an average of 8 fantasy points per game. In the value positions, Brooks Baldwin from the White Sox at second base and Paul DeJong at third base and shortstop are great budget plays. Baldwin has scored 20 points 3 games ago, and DeJong has been averaging 6 FPPG and priced at $3,000. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or go to DraftDashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck.